States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Moment of silence, especially for the state of Texas right now. Thank you.
Here.
Here.
Here. Here.
Here.
Here. Telephonic meeting, none. Public hearing, none. Presentation, none. Citizens' comments? None. Rick?
How about Richard?
I like it when Richard talks. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Consent agenda. Is there any council member that would like any item removed?
Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as listed.
Second.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Reports of committees, commissions, and boards. None. Recommendation of action from committees, commissions, and boards. Action to be taken from the licensing committee meeting held February 17th, 2021.
Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the new beverage operator license for Tanner Zaski.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it.
And that is all from the license committee this evening, sir.
Thank you, Steve. Action to be taken from the Board of Public Works meeting held February 17th, 2021.
Evening, Mayor. This evening, we'd like to make a motion to authorize transmittal of billing for snow removal charges to city clerk treasurer for ultimate billing from the staff for the snow removal charges for the rest of the season.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it.
That's it for Public Works this evening.
Thank you, Sean. Action to be taken from the Park Commission meeting held February 17th, 2021. Approval of the 2021 tree planting program.
Mayor, motion this evening to approve the proposed 2021 tree planting program from this evening. Up to $8,000, I apologize, thank you.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
That's all from Parks this
Ayes
evening.
have it. Thank you. Resolutions and ordinances. Resolution to vest title to Milton Ventnor Memorial Park in the name of the City of St. Francis.
Mayor, I'll make a motion to introduce and adopt the Milt Brentnar Memorial Park Transfer Title Resolution.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Discussion items with possible action? None. Appointments to committees, commissions, and boards? None. Correspondence with possible action or referral to committees, commissions, and boards? Correspondence from the city engineer, removal of handicap parking at 3655 South Rutland Avenue.
The city has been made aware of a handicap parking space that is no longer needed due to a change in ownership of the subject location. I therefore request that the space be removed and the appropriate ordinance be amended.
I'll make a motion to place on file and refer to, I don't know the relevant committee.
Do we need to
Do we need
refer
to?
it? No,
No.
we can just approve that here.
No.
Okay, yeah, then I'll make a motion to approve this request.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Unfinished business, none. Other business, nones. Department heads, Melinda?
It's a four-letter word, and it's an ugly word. It is snow. We all
Never
hate
heard
it.
of it.
We all hate it. We have been plowing just so much. The guys worked 16 hours a day before. They worked 13 hours today. We might get a salt run tonight. We'll probably be in over the weekend. People are sick of snow. We're sick of snow. So, but everybody just has to remember to be patient. And unfortunately, when you get 13 inches of snow like we did over the last 24 hours, we are going to plow multiple times. And unfortunately, we will plow people's driveways in multiple times, but we have to clear the streets for the emergency personnel. And that's and get the streets for people to be able to go down safely. So that's what we're trying to do. We're not targeting people. We are not intentionally loading up driveways. We are not speeding. None of the things that people call and complain about. But we are going to do our job, and we are going to remove the snow from the street. So everybody, please just be patient. Think about your neighbors. Help your neighbors. And with that, I'll pass.
Thank you, Chief.
First and foremost, how about the DPW? So we didn't have any issues with any responses, any traffic, any EMS transports, getting in and out of our apparatus bay. I don't think the police did. They don't receive enough kudos, and based on what Melinda just said, they need to hear it. So excellent job all the way around. Very nice. Going along with the 4-letter dirty word, we are doing the best we can with fire hydrants. Mayor Tutai talked with me prior to this last snowfall about an Adopt a Hydrant program. We put it out on social media. We're receiving a lot of phone calls regarding the hydrants. We are getting good feedback from a lot of the social media posts. The crews are going out training almost every day. We have young firefighters, so they're out. They're hitting up hydrants. They're trying to get 10, 20, 30 at a time. But it sometimes opens Pandora's box because we'll try to clear one out and then, do one 600 feet down the road, even though they're spaced at 300 or less. We're just trying to get them on the main thoroughfares, or we can lay out 600 feet of hose easy. We're doing the best we can. We're getting complaints from some of the private properties and their hydrants. They're coordinating their maintenance teams and whatnot to get them done. So if we're getting phone calls, or if you guys are getting any phone calls, go ahead and throw me an email. If it's somebody that is unable to shovel their own or adopt a hydrant, we'll get the crews out there. But some of the days they're running a call every other hour, we can't get out. So we're doing the best we can with those concerns. Moving on, we had our draft day, if you would, for our new firefighter hires. We have 2 candidates that accepted our conditional offers of employment. Already been through their medical screening, physical, psych, just awaiting some results, fitted for uniforms. So we'll be at full staff beginning April 2nd. And then the last thing I want to talk about real quick, he's kind of an unsung hero. Feroz, our IT person, does just a phenomenal job, bends over backwards for my department. But we had an amplifier go out for our station notification system. So essentially, any calls that would be sent to us, to our station around the clock, we were having trouble with the lack of any better term, the amplifier system that would let us know about these responses. Essentially, he begged, borrowed, and stole. He found a unit that we could temporarily use from another one of his colleagues. He was in over the weekend, wiring it up, getting everything situated. Managed to negotiate a beyond fair price on a new amplifier through his electrician colleagues. But he was in over the weekend multiple times. Would call every morning just to make sure that we didn't have any issues. We don't see him enough, but he just kudos to him because I felt went above and beyond where another contractor or outside service could have really raked us over the coals. So with that, I'm done.
Thank you, Chief Hunter.
Thank you, Mayor. By the way, Feroz said that Chief Poplar's monitor in his office is about the size of the smart board, but 7 times larger than any monitor in the police department. He still likes you. Again, to the DPW, I can't say thank you enough. We've worked well together, and for all that do not know, the police department always has called out to the news media. So in the event of a snow emergency, just for clarification purposes, once it is declared by the mayor or the Common Council President, at the request of Melinda, we automatically notify all 4 outlets, and we put it on our Facebook page, and I know the city does as well. So there's plenty notification for all of those on the street. We fielded many complaints. A lot of them are, actually all of them are pretty much neighbor complaints, and we took care of those. But we can't thank you guys enough for all you do. Very professional, and if it wasn't for you guys, we wouldn't be able to get where we needed to. So with that being said, I sent everybody a article about the marijuana laws, and I know there's, without getting political on my behalf, the new governor, or the governor sent out some, I guess, warning shots, basically saying that he's going to introduce marijuana laws into Wisconsin, or try to. I sent you what Colorado is going through and has been going through. Just something for you guys maybe to read and look into, so you're educated on how the true effects that it actually does have. I'm not saying they're all negative, because they're not, but there are some true effects that it does have on the backside, from a law enforcement standpoint, from a cost standpoint, etc. For those of you that could not open it, right below the actual screens where it said like the book or whatever the slide was, there's a link that you click on, and it opens it up. I know there's a lot of reading there, but it's very informational. I spoke to the Attorney General in in Kentucky, and he was at the Chiefs Convention last year, and they were trying to do the same thing in Kentucky, and he had the same feelings for some of the marijuana laws. So just for your information, since you guys run the city, that's why I sent it out. That's all I have.
Thank you, Chief. Ann?
Well, I can raise their 4-letter word and give them an 8. We had an election yesterday. We had 8% voter turnout. Because of the inclement weather, we did move everything into this room. Thanks to Rebecca and Melinda for coordinating that and getting it all done. Melinda has been definitely very busy the last couple of days between Snowmageddon, Election-mageddon, and then cleanup. So we appreciate that. We're working on the new website. We're transferring content over, and we are scheduled to go live at the end of this month.
Thank you. Paul?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. As has been alluded to earlier, there has, in light of that 4-letter word, been a fair amount of work on, along with DPW, Mark's office, and the PD, as far as education and where necessary enforcement of the city's laws with respect to snow removal and compliance with the snow emergency provisions. And we're looking for, obviously, cooperation by individuals to help make the DPW's job a little bit easier during these difficult times. We've also had some movement or moving forward with regard to the city's purchase of the property on Packard, and still looking forward to closing by the end of this month. And with that, I pass.
Thank you, Paul. Mark?
We now know why we should declare a holiday on every day that's 70 degrees and sunny, right?
With a slight breeze.
We're finishing up performance evals throughout all departments, so the wage resolutions will be coming before the city council here in the next month. We had a conference call today with Quarles and Brady on our due diligence report for the bond issuance. The bond issuance is scheduled to go out the first week of March. So the interest rates still look pretty good. And for the next meeting, there will be a preliminary conceptual review plan for Hidden Ponds. They're coming back with a new build-out plan for the Hidden Ponds development. So they're starting it with a whole new process. So it's a new PUD. We're making them go through the whole process. So they come before the council first, then it goes to the planning commission for initial design, preliminary design, and then a detailed plan. And so this is the first step in the process. That's all I have.
Thank you, Mark. Debbie?
Just thanks again to the DPW, but to all the departments, because I know working through this is rough, and especially city clerk and all the poll workers for coming out and having, taking part and being here for the election yesterday. So just a great big thanks to all the staff.
Thank you. Sarah?
Same thing. Thank you, all the city workers and the emergency personnel. Thanks for all that you do and each and every day and go above and beyond when we have emergencies and weather things like we did yesterday. Thanks for all that you do.
Thank you. Sean?
Department heads, you're all awesome, but tonight I'm going to do something different. So I'm going to read something to you very briefly that came off of social media. I'm going to exclude the name, leave it anonymous. The post reads, I have a comment. I want to thank the St. Francis Police Department. I parked my car in Van Beck late this afternoon, so my apartment lot could get plowed. I did not know Van Beck was a snow emergency, do not park street. About 45 minutes later, I got a knock on my door, locked apartment building. It was a police officer to inform me my car couldn't be parked there. I explained to him I require oxygen and didn't get my car out in time. He offered to shovel my parking space, and he did. That was so great, and I was so thankful to him. As I was moving my car, I saw him going up to doors where other cars were parked. Kudos to him. Instead of just ticketing, I didn't know Van Beck was thoroughfare, nor that snow emergency went past noon. Thanks again to the kind officer. I didn't get his name. We have an amazing community with fantastic services, whether it's the fire and emergency response, our police department, our Department of Public Works. Too often you get chastised for the little things people don't like. And I just wanted to take this moment to recognize your team and offer my appreciation for that gesture from that officer.
That officer was Sergeant Jeffrey Skirvonic. I officially wrote him up and placed it in his file. I let him know that you and the mayor both responded and sent that to me, and he said he was just doing his job. And he actually did 7 of them at the same complex.
That makes
So-
it even more special. Thanks. That's all I have this evening.
Thank you, Sean. Steve?
I'd just like to echo what everybody else has been talking about. Things are going real smooth in the city. I know we don't see it. I have not received one complaint about anything, so very much.
That's the way it should be.
And that's all I have to say, sir.
Thank you, Steve. Matt?
Thanks, Mr. Mayor. Yeah, certainly want to echo what everybody's saying. You guys are doing a great job. I'm just wondering when Melinda's going to ask you chiefs to start putting blades on your emergency vehicles to get the snow cleared. It's crazy, but great job to everybody. And I saw that social media post as well, Chief, and that is way above and beyond, and awesome that your officers are out in the community doing excellent things like that. So that's all I have tonight. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Being mayor, every single department head, Mark, every single council member, I want to say thank you. You are all rock stars and make my job easy. I would not want to be mayor of any other city. I'm very proud to be mayor because of you. I appreciate that, and every single one of you should pat yourselves on the back. You do a great job, underpaid and overworked, and I appreciate the work you do. So my hat's off to every single one of you. Library board, too. Okay. And on a personal note, most of you know my son was in a serious car accident. He's okay, but I can't stress the amount to be a defensive driver. Lack of better words, there's people that are not paying attention out there. It could take a life in a second. I got lucky. Teach your family members, your children to be defensive drivers, please. And with that, I'm done.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. We are adjourned.